guys, this is Jeremy here from The View from Jay, here with another video and reaction to Invincible, episode 2, Here Goes Nothing. That's what the episode's called. So this one I'm really excited about. I gotta tell you, I really enjoyed this episode. The first episode caught me off guard. This one, for me, put the icing on the cake. So this episode starts off. This is gonna be somewhat of a non-spoiler review. Just FYI, I'm gonna try not to give away too much. So how this starts off is that it continues after the aftermath of that epic, gory battle with the Guardians, and it's investigated by the GDA. Now, the GDA is somewhat of a, I guess, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or like or maybe if y'all have seen Supergirl, it has, you know, they have their own like secret base and all that stuff for other heroes. So it's interesting, and they're going over certain things that happened in the battle. They don't know what happened. They're trying to figure it out, and they're trying to really investigate why Omni-Man was the one to survive. They've never seen him beat. Only somebody very powerful could probably defeat Omni-Man. So they bring in Damian Darkblood. He is a demon detective who he's from the underworld, is how I should really say it. He goes around, has these special powers, investigating this battle that happened. The detective somehow knows what happened, or has an idea, but he's trying to put the pieces together. And this episode gets really strange because the dad, something's off with Omni-Man, and that's Mark Grayson's dad. Something's off with him. At first, I thought someone was kind of manipulating him, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't want to spoil too much. It may not be the case. Let's just say that. Okay, so the episode goes on. This one, Mark's dad, Omni-Man, is in the hospital. He's unconscious, and Mark feels the need to step up. If my dad is not here, who else is gonna step up? That's pretty much how this episode goes, and it's really great. One thing I like about this episode is it shows Mark step up but fail, or almost fail, as I should say, because it shows him struggling without his dad. What would it be like if Omni-Man wasn't around? And so the episode continues, and it turns out there was like this alien invasion. Wow, like alien invasion. That's not Justice League or Marvel, as I should say. It's very, they tend to make fun of it a little bit, like Avengers and Justice League, how all that, you know. Of course it's an alien invasion. Why wouldn't it be, right? That's how you bring an age of heroes together. So anyway, this alien invasion. So here comes Invincible, trying to save everybody, which, you know, he's outnumbered, badly wounded, and people get hurt and seriously injured, maybe even worse. And then you see other heroes step up, other heroes you've never even seen before, or even heard of, maybe in the comics. There's this one, they call her Eve. Her name is Adam Eve. That's so generic. And then there's Robot, and I think one was, I think it was Rex, I believe. And then Duplicate, you know, and this one was really great, because not only did they battle him once, I'm gonna get to that in a second because this is gonna be a longer video than normal. Um, so they win the battle, right? The first battle. Yeah, I say it like that because I'm gonna continue. The first battle, and it turns out Eve goes to the same school as Mark, and he approaches her and he's like, "Hey, thank you for saving my life." And she was like, she had no idea who he was until she ate it. Put two and two together. It was pretty funny. And they kind of bond. They kind of talk a little bit, and they mention certain other teams. So their team, the one that saved Mark during this first alien invasion, is called Team, which is kind of, I guess, a Teen Titans. I guess you can kind of say. And then they do reference some other teams like Fight Force, Lizard League, other teams, which I hope we get to see down along the line in the future. And it turns out that they have their own team. It also turns out, I think Mark starts liking Eve, and then finds out she's with one of the other heroes. I think it was Rex. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but it could be. I think it was Rex. Anyway, they ask Mark if he wants to be not part of the team, but if he was around, would he be willing to help? He was like, yeah, sure. So the second time, alien battle again, they come through this portal, kind of like a boom tube, I guess you can kind of say. It turns out in the first episode, in the first battle, they retreated through battle because of a certain, I guess, a certain like I'm gonna go ahead and spoil things right here right now. So it turns out that they get, they turn old, and they can't last long in our world without getting old. So that was the first battle. That's why they retreated. Second time, they come back. They find a way to stay young through time, wearing like some sort of bracelets. And I was like, wow, with every battle they're learning, and it makes them more difficult to defeat. So once again, they battle them out, and the robot, he figures it out, and he says destroy all their bracelets. And sure enough, they do. They retreat again for the second time. Now this is where it gets really, really intense. So it also turns out, excuse me. Oh yeah, okay. So the second invasion's done with. They want the dad, Omni-Man, the GDA, to leave on a mission, 2 weeks. The dad's kind of iffy about it, because I think he has a good idea that they're investigating what's been going on. They just want him off Earth. Mark steps up and says, you know what, if he doesn't want to do it, I'll do it. And the guys were like, okay, cool. Okay, so the mission was, there's this technically a big villain, or as I thought it was a big villain. So Mark was like, I'll take him on, I'll go. And sure enough, they're battling in space. And I thought, oh man, this guy's big, because the GDA and Omni-Man knew him. It turns out he was an evaluation officer. Mark gets kind of shocked, and he's like, what's an evaluation officer? His job is to make sure that that there's a hero on Earth that can protect them and that there's someone worthy and in shape and ready to go, and that all that happens. So I guess it was more of a learning curve for him. Like, you know, they're gonna be sending people and sorry, and evaluating. Okay, so this is where it gets really intense. Third time's the charm, right? That's what they say. The third time, the alien invasion, again, through a boom tube like thing, all the aliens come out. Now they're immune and learning through each battle and staying young. Now their equipment's more extreme, and it's better than just like in 3 days they learn in, you know, I guess what they learn in 3 days they learn in a whole lifetime, I guess. So they're battling, and they're struggling. Then Omni Man comes into play, and this is where it gets really interesting because they're over here struggling. All I think it's 4 or 5 of them, 6 of them. Omni Man defeats them in a few seconds, really. Not only that, but goes into the boom tube as they're retreating, and he defeats them all. He slaughters them all, and he destroys their world. But here's the thing. I don't want to reveal too much, but this is the thing. Omni-Man's he's becoming kind of off. There's something going on there. I don't know what to think of it yet. I don't want to say he is the bad guy, he's not the bad guy, because I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. But other than that, he destroys the entire aliens that came through the Earth, and you know, he comes back. His hair is all long, beard like he was gone for a good long minute, and he took them all out. And I mean, it was more knowing. This episode was more knowing about if there weren't heroes who would step up and everything like that. So comment down below, like and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts, and I'll get y'all more content. I think I'll start episode 3 in a day or two, in a couple of days. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, it was a solid episode. I really liked this episode. I still have a lot to learn about this character. To be honest, as a comic book fan, I had no idea this was a comic book. I'm really liking it. I'm really enjoying it. I do, however, have a Invincible comic coming in. I will probably show it to y'all and then talk about it and what I like about it. But like I said, other than that, it was great. Now, this Damien Darkblood is a very interesting character. I can't wait to see a little more of him. He's I guess he comes from like I said, the underground, and I like to see where this goes, and if they catch something wrong with Omni Man or something like that. So okay, well, anyway, guys, like I said, thank you for tuning in, watching my content, and like and subscribe, like and follow my Facebook page. That one goes by The View from Jay. Oh no, I'm sorry. It goes by Unlimited Evolutions on Facebook. Now my YouTube page is The View from Jay podcast. So like and subscribe, like I said, and I'll get y'all more content. And I want to say happy Easter to everybody, and you'll have a good night. Thank you.